The great Aussie summer has been waiting to release the raw power and energy of the world's best Ironmen and Ironwomen on some of Australia's greatest beaches. This is a battle against the heat, the wind, the waves, the burning sands and even cyclones. Today in the IronWomen series, the best are back. 20 of the fittest women athletes this nation has ever produced are ready. Hayley Bateup returns to take up the challenge. Who could forget the message from Rebecca Creedy last season? And Crystal Smith is a powerhouse performer with a lot of ambition. Elizabeth Plumer's winner of 4 rounds last summer, but her championship swept from her grasp in the wild seas of Portsea. And what about the reigning Australian Ironwomen champion, the Coolangatta Gold champion and Ironwomen Series champion, Courtney Hancock? She's won it all, except a maiden round victory. From one side of Australia to the other, starting here in the tourism playground of Surfers Paradise, as the IronWomen Series leads off the first event of the summer in the Kellogg's Nutrigrain Ironman Series. Super Surfers Paradise, an Australian holiday icon full of fun, sun, sand and surf. Hello and welcome to round 1 of the Kellogg's Nutrigrain Ironman Series and Ironwomen Series. The Ironmen are only an hour away. We start with the Ironwomen. Who better to talk about it than a 3-time Coolangatta Gold champion, Mr. Guy Leach, and an Olympian and Queen of the Pool, Nicole Livingston. And firstly, Guy, Courtney Hancock, Elizabeth Plumer's, they dominated this series last year. Do you expect to see the same again?
Look, I'm really thinking it's going to be the same. Plumer's last year won 4 out of 5 of the races. It was incredible. She dominated. Had one bad race at Portsea, had a shocker there, cost her the series. Hancock didn't win a race though. Won the series, a little bit hollow. Since then, Hancock has won the Australian Ironwoman title and also the Coolangatta Gold. Those two are the ones to look out for.
Keep an eye out also for Hayley Bateup, Nicole. She's returning from injury. She didn't compete last year. What are we expecting?
Well, she's been doing this for a very long time now. She started at 14 years of age, so she's now 31. She looks in great nick, but I have to say, underneath that fantastic rig, she is struggling with injury. She's got a bad shoulder that last year kept her out of the sport, and she's now struggling with plantar fasciitis. So she's one to watch. The other veteran, I say that nicely, is Kirsty Holmes in there as well. She's 38 years of age, making a comeback as well.
Leachy, there's some young up-and-coming stars competing. Can you pick a roughie for us, someone to maybe keep an eye on today?
Yeah, sure. Look, in this format, which is a long-distance race, we're talking about soft sand. The runs are 600 metres. Very, very tough. Danielle Allen is a flyer. She's the fastest in the field on the sand. Look for her.
Now, the beach conditions are all important as always, and this year we've got a man on the beach who dominated MasterChef, but before he learnt to cook, he was a lifeguard. He's a beach bum, so he's perfect for this job. Welcome along, Hayden Quinn.
All right, guys, we've got perfect conditions down here today for the Enduro format. It's not too hot. It's going to be a maximum of 25 degrees. We've got a bit of cloud cover, which is going to keep it nice and cool for the athletes. That wind's coming out of the east-southeast at about 11 knots, so perfect condition for this longer race today. We're going to see some really good racing, so can't wait to get into the action.
Thanks very much, Hayden. Well, they were the beach conditions. Now time for the all-important surf report, and who better to bring it to us than a 6-time Australian Ironman champion and a legend, Trevor Hendy.
Well, it's absolutely perfect conditions for an Enduro Ironman today. Remember, it's a long way and these guys and girls will want a little bit of rest. The water temperature is 23 degrees, absolutely perfect. The wind is about 10 to 12 knots and backing off as the day goes on, but it means when they turn the can, they've got a little bit of assistance, a little bit of chop to ride on the way home. And more importantly, behind me here, I've got about 1 metre of shore break. That means when they catch a wave, they've got about 15 seconds to suck in a few big breaths before they hit the beach. They'll be loving those big breaths.
It's a pretty tough one.
It is a tough course, and it is a traditional M shape. 1400 metres is the board leg, and then we move into the run straight away. And that's the big thing here. You've got to be fit in your legs as well, don't you, Guy?
Yeah, it's soft sand this time round, and they'll come in off the back of that. Then they do the swim leg, 800 odd metres, slightly more. Back on the sand again for the soft sand run, 600 metres, and then the all-important ski leg, which there's a little bit of tricky conditions on the shore break, and that could cause a bit of trouble for the girls.
Very much so.
All right, let's have a look at the start list for the event today. Some very, very fit young ladies. Saw a lot of them this morning. There was some nervous girls there at starts. with the lady that won the Triple Crown last year, Courtney Hancock, and she leads off Elizabeth Plumers.
And in fact, all 10 of the girls in the top 10 have pre-qualified from last year's series. So from number 11 down, they're the ones that have qualified through the trial.
That's right, and also the fact that the girls in the top 10 have their own colours, and so they've got solid colours, which is great. You've got Hancock, the sister of Courtney, in there. Kellyanne Perkins, who'll go well today. Danielle Allen, we mentioned before. Bennett fouls on. Mercer's back in again. Tara Coleman in 14th spot.
Great to see Geordie Mercer became a world champion in the off-season in the paddle race at Molokai in Hawaii. Kirsty Holmes returning at 38 years of age, and there she is down the bottom. She's battling injury, Hayley Bait-Up, but she brings a massive fan base to this sport.
And you mentioned Kirsty, you've got Tisha Jenkins, the baby of the series there at just 16 years of age, so she's number 15 there. It's a great mix of youth and experience.
So we start off with the board, then the swim, then the ski, interspersed with running in between, Leachy, and it's a tough run today in that soft sand.
Well, for the viewers at home, we do have a stage this year, and the athletes will be starting on the stage. You can see some of the athletes there practicing running up the stage and just seeing what it feels like. And we have made sure that the stage has got nice, strong grip on there, so that but the athletes will be running up along the side of the actual stage as well during the run leg.
So the great thing about the costumes is the top 10 girls have very clear, solid colours that we can identify them. There's Amy Nerthen in the red, and then from number 11 through to number 20, the girls have solid colours broken up with the black colouring there, as you see Hayley Bait-Up positioning herself. Light blue with the black for Hayley.
We are all set for a start in Surfers Paradise. There is Kirsty Holmes, the veteran of the field. She's pumped. She is ready to go. Set for a start at Surfers Paradise in the IronWomen series. And the 20 girls are away.
Nice running there for Hayley Bait-Up. She got off that stage really well. Now, if we're watching her from a running point of view, with struggling a little bit with an injury, that was a pretty good start to get off to.
Yeah, nervous. All the girls are nervous. The first race you find is always one that causes some grief. I think I just saw Creedy, back in the field there. I think she had a bit of a slow start, but certainly in the pink out in front, Brodie Moyer has had a ripper start. She is flying in the pink costumes there.
So a good start by the girls. You can see that shore break, though. A couple of the girls at the back of the field got crunched, and it's pretty tough out there, Guy. It's only about 40 metres offshore, and that little swell's punching right into them.
It is. It's about 2 to 3 foot on that edge. It was bigger yesterday. As I think Crystal Smith out in front in number 3. She's ranked 3 for the series this year. I know she's been doing a lot of training, Nicole, during the winter, and has improved because of it.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, all of the girls have left no stone unturned coming into this professional series. I mean, they really want to make sure that they can do everything that they can. But Brodie Moyer has also got off to a fantastic start.
Crystal Smith leading Brodie Moyer. That's Crystal in the yellow board at the front. She's always been a strong swimmer. She said she neglected her swimming a little last year, so she's upped it over the off-season to 5 sessions a week. So she will be powerful in the swim as it comes along.
Well, Trevor Hendy's out there on the water. Trev, how's it looking?
Mate, the conditions here, they've got this little chop heading straight in. So instead of having that little cross shore, it's almost straight onshore right now. So it's perfect. I tell you what, when I looked in and I saw the start, there was some of the girls just hitting the back break, and I was still watching girls go over the shore break. You can see the bottom of their boards. It's been a long winter for them. They'll be thinking, oh no, not a good start after all this training, because they've got to make up a lot of ground already.
Well, Trev, you must be impressed. Hayley Bait-Up's back in now, equal third. She's pushing from 4th into 3rd, has had a complete year off, shoulder surgery. She's injured coming into this race. I know that her foot's playing up. She was looking to have an injection this morning to numb the pain in the bottom of her foot. And, you've got to say she's had a great start.
A great start, and she's doing a lot of sitting up at the moment too. That seems to be Liz out in front at the moment, and Hayley's sitting up, getting quite a bit of a decent wash ride here and there. And the thing with Hayley, I notice a lot of the girls are getting stronger and stronger and stronger up in the upper body. And Hayley hasn't had that chance to really work on it much in the last couple of years. So she's looking a little bit lighter up around the arms than she used to. But in the endurance, that might just help her.
Beautifully done, Trev. Crystal Smith leads at the moment. Further back in the field, the lady that won 4 events last year. She didn't win the title. Her name is Elizabeth Plumers. She's got a big season ahead of her.
Geordie Mercer's also there.
I think board paddling is probably my strength. It's something that does come naturally, and I really enjoy doing it, so I love getting out there and doing board training. But again, saying that, I don't really think I have that much of a weakness anywhere. Put all of the legs together, and it's something that I love to do. It's IronWomen racing.
See, Elizabeth Plumer's back there in the yellow. She's in about 7th position at the moment. She just had that one event last year, Leachy at Portsea. She won 4 events, but she came 17th at Portsea after getting smashed in the big surf, and that's what set her back.
Well, I tell you what, we had a good hard look at the point score system after last year. We have revised that this year because we felt that if you're on the dais in 1st, 2nd or 3rd place, you deserve more points. So we've split that compared to last year where it was only 1 point difference for every position.
I know you can't predict conditions in the future, but how do you think Liz now feels this season about Portsea? Do you think it ends up being a bit of a headspace for her?
I mean, I literally think she's be pissed off, really. You know, putting it bluntly, I think she'd be angry that she won 4 out of 5 races last year, had that bad race. And look, she was unlucky. Surf was massive, and she just got stiff on that day and cost her the series.
The IronWomen are going out on the board. It is Crystal Smith leading the Hancock girls at that stage. Brodie Moyer in the pink is also hot on the heels. After the break, the girls will continue as they hit the wave zone. Welcome back to Surfers Paradise, and the lead girls have started to put a break on the field. Young Geordie Mercer is leading at this stage, and guys, she spent 5 hours and 22 minutes paddling on one of these craft in Hawaii, so she's very strong.
She's only 18. She's got very young knees.
Well, Nicole, she is a phenomenon. This young lady, she might have young knees. I can't imagine being on a board like this for 5 hours. And here is a replay of the girls coming into the wave zone.
Hayley Bate up in there, as we would expect. She was really going well. Brodie Moyer also there, and Geordie Mercer.
Well, Crystal Smith, she led them out around, and she's in that on that wave as well. I mean, Mercer is she's a talented girl. She's the Ducks of the school this year. She's
finished
also
U12 now, so she's got it out of the way.
Also school captain, she was as well. And certainly went over to Hawaii for the Molokai race, which is the World Championships of endurance racing on board and ski, and she won that. But just a little tip on Crystal Smith. She is a short course specialist, and this endurance event here is one that's probably not her most favourite event, but let me say, she has improved like you wouldn't believe. I know her swim leg is going unbelievably well.
Well, Hayley Bate up sitting in 3rd place there as well, up on the knees, but that's Geordie Mercer very much leading it, and Brodie Moyer in 4th at the back there, also on her knees. But the thing about Geordie, I was talking to her dad, Darren, who was her coach this morning on the beach, and he said, you know, she's a thinker. She needs to just relax, though, and race the race. So I think that's a real goal for them this year, is she's done the work. She just needs to actually relax into it and race the race.
Those 4 girls obviously have a good lead on the rest of the field. Nicole, we saw Hayley Bate up walking past the commentary box an hour ago. She could hardly walk with that issue with her foot. It's going to be a very tough run leg for her. She hasn't been running at all in training.
Yeah, it will be a tough run leg, but Guy, you've had plantar fasciitis before, so have I, in my very brief running career, but which is not very good. I got injured straight away with plantar fasciitis, and it really does hurt. It hurts when you're just walking around, but when you are into a bit of a run, you do get a little bit used to it, and it warms up quite nicely, doesn't it?
But there's 2 things in her favour. First one is what you said. The second thing is that when you race and you're under pressure, you've got adrenaline going, you don't feel pain as much, and she'll be pumped up. She's had a year out. She sat on the sidelines with this series launched last year, back on live television. She's the star of the sport for the last 15 years, and she's like, well, what about me?
She's pretty determined, isn't she?
I'm not even racing, so she's back now, and I tell you what, she will fight to the death to make sure she has a good race. And you know, I'm very, very proud of her, because literally she is in a bad way with a shoulder and a foot. Put a foot on the line, and you know what, Trev? You know, Hayley Bate's been around a long, long time, mate, and you'd have to say that she's in a great position at the moment.
Well, Liz Plumer's going around there at that can. There's Courtney Hancock, the defending series champion as well. So they're in that second group of girls, just slightly behind the group with Geordie Mercer. There's Danielle Allen. So the girls just negotiating around that. That's Candice Felzon. Good to see her back in the series as well, Guy.
Yeah, she's been out for a while and really put in a hard winter training down in Manly in Sydney under Trent Herring, the coach there. Also jumped up to Mooloolaba, where she trained under Michael King. She's the girlfriend of Matt Poole, who trains up there, and she's had a big winter, got through the trial, and she's in good nick.
Girls coming around the cans now. Crystal Smith has taken over the lead. Geordie Mercer just trying to ride off behind her at the moment, Guy.
Yeah, well, she's probably her best leg. I mean, she says that board paddling is the best leg, but I say the second best leg for her is a run leg. So, look for her in the run leg as well. But they've got great technique there. With board paddling, you need to get your chest right down low.